Alright, I picked this up a couple days ago when I was on the hunt for some Daikon 4 stuff, and I got it for relatively cheap, and this stuff to me is pretty cool because it's just a catalog of what you were able to buy at the general product store. And if you don't know what that is, that's the store that um, later on the people that worked there would form the Gynax and stuff. And so this is pretty cool because it's a catalog of what you were able to find in the store and also check out like what they had. And so you could have bought this from wherever for 300 yen, about $3 or so. Little like comics and art all over the place in this little book. And it's neat because this way it kind of helps me to look at what they offered and know what was out at the time. And then also, like, if I'm trying to find something from the general product store, it makes it easier to kind of verify what it is or figure out what the heck it is or how much it cost back then to compare the price, and you can go from there. So right off the bat, you can just see table of contents, but you could see like model kit like not I don't know disc pages, but like little products and completed model kits, so you can see what they offer at the store. And I thought that at first that the Daikon 4 and Daikon 3 stuff was only available at the convention. Um, but I guess it was available at their store, which makes sense because they have a store. So that's kind of a thought that I had at first. And I thought this was really cool, having both pages like wide open just so you can see the complete kind of hand-drawn storefront of what it is. And on top of that, it even had a cafe on the side. There probably might have been like small little cafe events in there, add-on type stuff. And then on top of that, it even has a map of JR stations so you can easily find where the store is located, and then overall view of what the store would have. So I'll try to get you a good shot of that so you guys can pause it and take a look. And as you go through it, you can see all of the merchandise and how they had it spread out. And originally, I thought it was just going to be just their own goods, like their own model kits and other products that they made from their own shows and stuff, but it wasn't. They had actual like licensed model kits from other brands and a whole bunch of stuff that really surprised me that I wasn't really expecting to see. Most of this stuff I don't know what it is because it's at the time of like anime where it was still science fiction stuff. It was still underneath that category. I thought this was cool, having like little model kit like do's and don'ts, how to paint, I believe, how to take parts off, putting stuff together, little different little things giving you insights, helping you out. And then of course this is what I came for. This is what I wanted to see the Daikon 3 stuff. So you can see there's that shirt, and I've seen that shirt before, and so that just helps me kind of find what stuff I want to keep an eye out for. I thought the mug was really cool. The captain with the hat, that one, I thought that was really cool. The bag, I think I've seen the bag once, but I wasn't sure if it was a like remake or something or an actual bag, but sure enough, it shows up in the book. And funnily enough, of course, this came out in 1984, this catalog book, but they even have an ashtray. So I thought that was pretty funny and interesting to think that an ashtray would be a part of their catalog. But I mean, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of people smoking back then too. This is interesting. This Daikon book right here, opening animation. I've seen that book a couple of times, and I've been wanting to get it, but I've seen it go for a lot of money, and right there at 800 yen, I'm I'm pretty sure I've seen it over 10 times that amount, if not even more sometimes, depending on the condition. And of course, here's the Daikon 4 VHS, and I believe, oh yeah, it was offered in Betamax, and it was also offered in Laserdisc. Oh, right there, you could see VHS, Laserdisc, I believe. Not 100% sure, but VHS, of course, is in English. Opening animation, Twilight, the song that they copywrote without permission, of course, and that's why everybody believes that you can't re-release it, but I don't know, I think they can figure something out. Then, of course, the art themselves. Focus for me. I don't want to focus. Hold on. There we go. You get that focus. Something else. Looks like, oh man, I can't tell what that is. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of other like little stars on the side, but I can't tell what they are. Let's just skip ahead. Um, Posters, I believe. Yeah, more art. Pretty cool little art stuff. And then I don't know where it changes paper color and changes the print is still pretty good quality, but for some reason the color changes. Oh yeah, I saw this. I thought this was really cool. It gives you a more of a feel of the time frame and reference. They have Tron stickers that were available, and I like Tron, the first one and the second one. I know not a lot of people really cared for it, but I thought it was really freaking good. I freaking love both of the movies. I know they're not super action packed or anything crazy, but to me, I thought they were pretty interesting. But you can, kind of use those as a reference, point of reference for where this whole like anime kind of fits in at this point in time. Not sure if this book came out before or after the Daikon 4. I'm thinking afterwards. Oh, I thought this was cool. Like little can badges or buttons or something. Because, I mean, you see like the anime kind of can badges and buttons all over the place now. There's a lot of fan-made ones versus the authentic ones. I know the authentic ones are harder to get and it costs a lot more money. But of course, if you have a real one, it's pretty nicely well made. Here we got like some Godzilla, some more figures, model kits. I mean, even some Star Trek, and then the Daikon. I've seen both of those Daikon model kits. I've even seen the metal cast of the Daikon 3. I think it's the same pose or a little bit different. Can't remember too much, but I've seen both of those for sure before. Some more little art and do's and don'ts. Mixing your two parts together, putting your figures together. I mean, model kits, my bad. Putting your garage kits together, model kits together. Just overall cool art. Here is some more prints and stuff. I think it was for t-shirts, possibly. Different art you could have got. This one I always thought was interesting, the I Heart SF, and that's like I love science fiction. Some of the older conventions of where the Daikon was at, where they showed Daikon 3 and 4, SF was all over the place for science fiction, and it always cracked me up because people might confuse it for San Francisco or something, since this image or term is mostly used for that, of course. But more interesting art. I really haven't seen much of this at all. This art or like these what appear to be like plushies down here at the bottom. Oh, I have seen this. I have seen this in a sticker. I've seen that sticker before. Here we got some more mugs. Here's another ashtray patch. It looks like folders. A binder folder would be cool. I have seen this sticker. I've seen that one before, and there's that other sticker again. Ooh, these cards. So this is cool. So I've seen these art cards before, or postcards, or bromides, I believe, or something like that. What you call them? And I've seen those before, and I never knew if they were complete or incomplete, or what set and what. And so something like this would definitely help, so I can identify what comes in what set, just to make sure if I ever buy one, I have a complete set. And so something like this would help you out for sure in that one. And oh yeah, the little light bike up in the corner. I thought that was cool. I don't know much of the other ones. I know the Star Wars and then the Indiana Jones stuff. Cool little art stuff, more art stuff. And the ending pages. Looks like an address of more stores, possibly. The store, little map to get to it. And that's it. So, no, I'm sure back. So I know most of this stuff really isn't super crazy, interesting to most people, but for me, I think it's pretty interesting to find a old catalog book just so you can flip through it and see what kind of like goodies you could find or stuff that you didn't know existed at the time, or see what was popular at the time. Kind of just like go back and see what's what, and have like a physical representation of it would be cool. And for me to think of like General Products, the company, this little store that they had, and then later the guys, went together and formed like Gynax. Then Gynax kind of fell through, did a whole bunch of whatevers, and then Trigger came from that, and then Trigger, they've been doing really good, and I really do like Trigger's different animation stuff, and I'm a big fan of a lot of their works, and so it's pretty cool to see where they went from here to jump forward and forward and forward to where they are at now. So something like this to me is what really makes it really unique and cool and kind of more interesting, like anime history per se, if you want to call it that, or just like following like something that was so niche, and now it's really gone and blown up so big, and it's just an interesting thing just to see how far these guys have come to like not parroting, but in a bad way, but like paying homage to something to where they were able to go for something like this to then having big roles, big shows, and big influence on pop culture today. And so that's all I got for this one. So thanks for watching.